All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace, love, and salutation to all you Akim that's pushing this truth and truth sincerity. Now, today is February the 14th. This video might get published on the 15th. Today is so-called Valentine's Day, but as we clearly see, there's no love out here, all right? So this is 2 Ezra 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And the Lord is visiting this world with different plagues. And we measure the time diligently by looking at these different events in the world and linking it up to precepts in the Bible that will tell us about the end. Because we are clearly at the end of this man's system. This man is being exposed with these files that's coming out. All right. Esau has no choice but to come down with great wrath, knowing that he has but a short period of time. He's already been exposed. Whether these people know that he's Esau or not, all right, the red man is being exposed on a higher level. That's this word I can always say. It's been exposed on a higher level. All right. So the Lord is, putting the finishing touches on Babylon the Great and this beast system. All right, where that whore rides upon the beast. All right. So this is verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, I did a lesson earlier last week about earthquakes and a certain fault line called the New Madrid fault zone in the Midwest and the Mid-South, and they're on the alert for that. And it says uproars of the people in the world. Now I'm gonna stop right there. And you got uproars of the people in Argentina, and we're just gonna get an article. But from the search it says protests in Argentina have recently erupted in response to a controversial labor reform bill proposed by President Javier Milei, which many believe will undermine workers' rights. Demonstrators clashed with police outside Congress, leading to arrests and injuries as they voiced their opposition to the proposed changes. All right, so let's get an article right quick from France 24. And look at this, uproars of the people. Look at this. In Argentina, this is where the tribe of Naphtali is at. You indigenous people on your father's side, all right, you're from the tribe of Naphtali. The indigenous people of Colombia, the indigenous people of Argentina and Chile. Let's show them the map. All right, so Chile right here, this long stretch of land, and this even bigger stretch of land, Argentina. This is where the tribe of Naphtali was prophesied to be at in the latter end. All right, possessing the west and the south of Argentina being down here. All right, and Chile right here. Lionel Messi is from the tribe of Naphtali. He's from Argentina. All right, I believe it's from, I don't think it's Mendoza. I forgot where he's from, but he's somewhere in Argentina. And this is where it's going down at, uproars of the people. This is from France 24. It says protests turn violent as Argentina debates labor overhaul. Protests erupted in Buenos Aires, which is the capital, as thousands, including unions, gathered outside Congress against a labor reform bill championed by President Javier Milei. Clashes broke out when demonstrators approached the building with police using tear gas and water cannons after objects were thrown. The bill aims to deregulate the labor market by making hiring and firing easier and limiting benefits and strike rights. Measures unions say will weaken worker protection. So it's over jobs, job security. All right, people going crazy over job security right now. All right, let's get Proverbs 29 and 2. when the righteous, Proverbs 29:2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Yeah, because Esau's in rulership, people are mourning. You know, you go to the grocery store, you see how many people's faces get long when they got to buy them groceries, man. All right, people aren't happy. People are just miserable. You know, these people are miserable. But the stuff that we've been going through for years, you know, getting let go from jobs, moving from place to place, not knowing your next meal is coming from, things of that nature. We put into the hands of the Lord and He works it out. These people, they don't have any hope. So we're considered blessed to have the God of the Bible on our side, Yahweh Shanal Shai, have His truth to understand where we're at. Because these people are mourning, they're miserable, or they're taken to whatever outlet to get a fix. It's not just only alcohol. People reminisce. People want to go back to the 90s. You know, this, that, and the third. You know, they're mourning. All right, but we're not in the kingdom of heaven yet, so people aren't rejoicing. Even the heathen outside of Esau is going to rejoice in the kingdom of heaven, man. They're going to realize that this red man was destroying them for so long, and they're going to be happy to serve the Israelites in the kingdom of heaven. But for right now, we got to see mourning, and we got to see the end of this thing. But we're happy. We're happy on the inside. All right, so, you know, one of the fruits of the Spirit is joy. No matter what brothers is going through, you know, these different spirits trying to attack you, you got to continue to fight and continue to keep that joy of serving the Lord. Remember why you first started and keep that entry level fire, because we started to see these people lose it. All right. Now, like I said, right quick, this is Chile and Argentina, the tribe of Naphtali in the Bible. All right. Now, this is Deuteronomy, the 33rd chapter. It identifies the children of Israel along with Genesis, the 49th chapter. All right, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right, according to your father's side, because your father carries the seed line. All right. Women did not create children. All right, your father, the Lord put the spirit on a man to have semen to implant into a woman, and then 9 months later, here you come. So what's up with the woman worship on this so-called February the 14th? You know, aka Simps Day. You know, you guys in the doghouse. You know, they got to make ends meet with their woman, but hey, that's on them. But anyway, we're talking about prophecy. This is Deuteronomy 33. This concerns the tribe of Naphtali. Deuteronomy 33, verse 23. In Naphtali, when you go to that word, Naphthalia in the Hebrew means wrestling. It says, "O Naphtali, satisfied with favor and full with the blessing of the Lord, possess thou the west and the south." And as we see it here on the map, they're to the west of the south. All right, down here in South America, the south and the west of South America. Don't believe these other camps saying it's Aborigines. Now, we do have Israelites in these parts, okay, but you know, Pacific Islanders, Samoans, for the most part, they're from Jaffa, but there are Israelites mixed among these people in these different places. Because you had IUIC going to Papua New Guinea years ago, and they didn't get no really no response out of that. All right, but you got Israelites that scattered across the four parts of the world because of the curses of Deuteronomy 28. All right, but this is what it's talking about in the end times. Because when you go to Naphtali, let's look at an ancient biblical map. Let's look at an ancient map, the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, Naphtali possessed the south to the west. Naphtali is in the north in an ancient biblical time, so that's prophetic. That's where Naphtali would be in the last days. They would be in the south to the west here in South America, in Argentina and Chile. Okay? So let's get that other precept in Genesis and close it on out. All right, uproars of the people. All right, where the tribe of Naphtali is in Argentina. All right, let's go to Genesis 49. Genesis 49. Where we at? Genesis 49 and 21. Naphtali is a hind let loose. That hind let loose goes into those gauchos that roam the land. All right. Those areas are known for a lot of good carne asada, good beef down there. All right, not this stuff we eating up here in Babylon the Great. That real good beef, man. All right, they brought it up here. You know you're gonna pay extra money for it. All right, he giveth goodly words. When you go to Argentina and Chile, these are places where people are normally friendly at. There's a lot of tourist attractions. All right, there. Part of the Andes Mountains is in I believe not Peru, in Chile and some parts of Argentina. You've got beautiful land in these parts. You got the Patagonia down here. All right, you got the Tierra del Fuego down here. All right, these places are known for a lot of wine producing areas like Mendoza. All right, you got different parts of Chile. You know, you can't go wrong with getting a good wine from Chile and Argentina. All right, so I think that's pretty much on that. Naphtali is a hind let loose, he giveth goodly words. All right. Hey, so with that little one that was edifying, to the next time I say shalom.